Hello, Planner World. You know what's really funny? When I started watching planner videos, I really could not stand when fingers went, hi. And I just did the same thing, except, well, mine were face down. This is weird to me. But anyway, hi, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. If you have seen my two other videos, you will know that whenever I start making a video, my dogs start playing. And when they start playing, they start growling. They don't mean anything by it. They're not ferocious. They're like big pussy cats, really. But they will be growling because they need to show how tough they are. Anyway, this only happens when I start filming something. Okay. So today I wanted to start planning in my Jibun Techo A5 Slim. I'm not sure if I even have the other video, but I have been in a, here, let me grab it. I have been in a, yeah, I know the pink. I'm really sorry. I'm really not a huge pink person, but I did not like the other colors. And I figured that I could always stick it in a cover once I figured out which one I really wanted. So I've been in this B6 Slim for about a month. I think I started in November. So more than a month. Okay. And I really, really like it. I thought this was going to be it for me. I love the lists. I love the trackers. I love the months. I love the size. Oh, let me move that little crystal here, right? Um, and I love the weeks. It has been great. Now, the only thing that I've been thinking is that eek, it's a tiny bit small. So, because I'm a little bit obsessive that way, and I'm like, well, I guess you can call me either the best or the worst consumer. I decided I needed or at least to try out an A5 Slim because I thought, oh my goodness, it's just a tiny bit bigger. I'm really gonna love that. Okay, so I got this. This is actually the 3-in-1. It had the Life book in it, but I took it out because I don't need to carry that with me. Um, as you may or may not know, I'm an independent contractor and I carry my stuff with me and I write things on the go. And I think that this is like a tad big for that. But since I do not live in a metropolitan city, I do have a car. So it's not like I'm carrying a bag or a backpack with me all day long and, slogging it in the subway or the bus or walking. Um, so I thought this size would be great because I needed just a tiny bit more room. Well, let me show you something. Okay, so I'm randomly opening to the the week setup, and I will randomly open to a week setup in my B6 Slim. You can tell that honestly, can you see this? I'll bring it a little bit up to the camera if that helps. The monthly columns are really, sorry, I keep saying monthly. The weekly columns on the A5 Slim is really not that much bigger than the weekly column on the B6 Slim. It's literally a box and a half difference. Well, okay, yes, granted, the boxes are a little bit bigger here, but look at it. It's not huge. It's not a big difference. So if I go from this line to this line, there's really just a box and a little bit more, right? So I'm feeling a little bit ambivalent about this A5 Slim, simply because if it's not that much bigger than my B6 Slim, then do I really need it if I'm going to carry it around, right? If it were a little bit wider, I would say yes, for sure. So going on some advice from the planner community, people have said to me, just try it. try it out. And here's the fact of the matter is that I'm not going to return it. Doesn't make sense. I got it from Jet Pens and I love them, but I'm just not going to return it. And really, I'm not going to sell it. It's just selling is hard because A, it's a little bit of letting go, and B, there's the shipping, the handling, and I have to make sure the tracking, and I'm not good with that. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and start planning next week in this A5 Slim. Okay. So let's find next week. Oh, that's December and January. Okay. So we are in the first week of January, and let's go to the second week of January. All right. So the pens that I use is this Uni Jetstream ballpoint in 0.38. I like to write my appointments in with black and my to-dos with the same pen but in blue. It just works for me, right? I also need to time block and color code, which means I make rectangles. I make a ton of rectangles. It's the only way that I can figure out what's going on in my life and on any given day. All right, so I'm going to move some things around. I'm going to find my Jibun Techo ruler. I like that it's green because it's obvious to see where I am. All right, so let me come in just a little tiny bit and let's start planning. So I am, as you may or may not know, I'm a very functional planner. It's a little bit boring, so thanks for sticking with me. But this is really how I plan. Okay. So I know on Mondays, and I like to just use, I like to go in one square to make my color coded box. Okay. Mondays, I start at 7:15. So I start teaching class at 7:15, and then I end it at 8:15. And then from there, I work out and I give myself until 9:30 to work out. And then I have a class. So I have a 30-minute allowance of driving. I have a class at 10 and it ends at 11. I have a client at 12. Yeah, Mondays are my busy days. It's just super, super stacked. And I'm really glad because a lot of my clients have been out of town or canceling because they're ill, which by the way, I think it's great. If you feel sick, you've got a sniffle, not feeling great, don't come to class, cancel your appointment with me. I'd so much rather that, okay? I personally would not charge you if you're feeling sick. Please don't get me sick, right? All right, keep going. Let's go. I have a 1:30 client, and that ends at 2:30. Oh, it's so quiet when the dogs are not freaking out. Oh, nope, spoke too soon. I have a 3 o'clock client, which she may or may not be able to make, but I'm just going to write that in anyway because I've got to see it. I can always cross it out or white it out. And then my last appointment of the day is at 4:15, which is a class. Ooh, I should clean that. It's dragging. Okay, to 4:15. Sorry, 4:15 to 5:15. All right, random lines. I close off my rectangles, and let's see if I can remember. Okay, so my first class goes into my workout, and then I have a second class. Then I have a client and a small break. I have a client and a small break. I have a client and a tiny little break, and I have my class. Wow, everything's really smudging. Yuck. All right. Don't know what to do about that except just kind of clean it. If you know how to keep the smudging off of the paper. And really, this is a ballpoint pen. I don't know why it's blotting like that or not blotting like that, but it's okay. I can deal with it. All right. So closing the box on this side. Here. Yes, doggies. Okay, there I can see it's really blobbing. And then we're here. And then I close it off here. And let me take just this envelope. Hopefully that worked. Okay. All right. So that's my Monday. Should I continue or should I color code? Let's color code. Let's just do Monday for right now. Let's see how I like it. So I have these Jibun, this Kokyo Mark Plus markers, highlighters. And I love these. These are new to me. I think they've been around for a while, but each pen is one color with two different shades. So I use purple to signify teaching, and it's also coded with my Google Calendar, which I really like. Okay, so this one is a purple. There's a darker shade. There's a lighter shade. Lately, I've been using the darker shade for classes and the lighter shade for clients. So let's go with the darker shade is going to be this, whoopsie, first box here. And I don't care if it goes over the lines. That's not something I care about. And then here's another class at 10 o'clock. All right, and then these are all client, 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 and the last one is a class. So I flip it over and I find the lighter shade. I don't know, can you see that? The lighter one, and here is my client here. And this looks a little bit more pink, but it is definitely like a lilac-y, mauvey color, right? And I've got one more here. And let's see, I think for my workout, I've been using a blue. So let's go to the lighter shade of blue. All right, can you see that? So pretty. All right, here's a lighter shade of blue. And these are angled in a way. You got to make sure that you're actually using, like the chisel tip. Okay. All righty. So I'm going to take my black pen and I'm just going to write in. I'm not convinced that I need to write in 7:15 for that class simply because I can see it on the timeline, but I need kind of bright light to see that timeline. So I guess I will write it in. I've got 7:15 and I've got my reformer. I might as well write it out. I'm not sure that I want to. And a note here saying where that is. And then without giving it a time, I'm going to say work out, but I will give it a little checkbox because, gosh, I love checking off the boxes. All right, 10 o'clock, I'm teaching a tower class. And then I'm going to write down here where it is. 12 o'clock, I've got my client. I'm going to give her a last name initial because I have two Janes. And then where it is. Yeah, this is kind of a weird day because I do have to travel a little bit. And then I have my 1:30. And I write her name in. And then a 3 o'clock. I write her name in. And then finally, my last class. Okay. And that's basically how I'm going to do this. It does feel kind of roomy, I do have to say. I like that. I do put in the weather, because up here is the weather. I don't know, can you see that? Oops, I went the wrong way. Right? Up here I can put in the weather. I think I decided that I was going to write down not to-dos, but things of note. Maybe if it's a birthday or, you know, have to have like a reminder of something, maybe I'll just use that here, because I don't use, actually, I really don't do anything after, let's see, this is 6 p.m., 7, 8. I won't do anything after 8 o'clock. It's got to be really, really special. Right? I get up early. You know, this is what happens. So I'm going to take my blue pen, right? And I'm going to put in a little box here. Walk dogs. Actually, I just call them pups. I don't know why. It's the same amount of letters. The dog walker is coming on Monday, but I have got to come down here to like that 6:30 time, and I'm going to fill in walk pups. Okay. Here it's supposed to be your mood tracker, but I have that somewhere else. I'm going to put that in with the trackers for the monthly trackers, which I just haven't filled out yet, which would be here. Can you see that? Yeah. And I can, you can, it's a Gantt chart, but since I don't have any projects that I am ready to talk about, hint, 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 there's a project on the way, right? There's just no need for me to fill it out. And because I've never worked a Gantt chart before, I don't think it'd be productive for me. So this is where I have been doing my mood. What else? There were a couple of other things that I was thinking that I needed to do in terms of to-dos. So on Monday, let's see, everything's so dog related, right? On Monday, so let me put my to-dos down here, right? And they can actually flow upward if I need to use them, right? Let's do down here. I need to make my pup lunches, so pup lunches. Okay. I think I explained it in another video. I'm not crazy. I do have a dog that they're both mutts. They both came from the Humane Society, and I love them, and they're fabulous. But one of them is allergic to chicken, and it's shocking how much chicken is in everything. So he needs. I need to make sure that what he's eating is chicken free. And because he had parvo before I got him as a baby, his stomach is really messed up. His gut biome is really messed up. So I give him white rice. So I always have to prepare everything. It's just kind of silly. Anyway, I could make stuff up, but I really don't want to right now. But I will fill this in. I think I might like this one. But I say that about all my planners. Like I have this, sorry for the glare, but this Take a Note A6, and I didn't think I was gonna like it. I love it. Let me show you. This current week is the first week I'm in it. I love it. This is really, do you see what I color code everything, right? This is really fabulous. So I guess the advice was try it out, carry it with me, see how I like it. So I have 3 great planners that I am that I could use. I've got my new A5 Slim, Jibun Techo A5 Slim. I have got my current planner, my Jibun Techo B6 Slim. And oh my God, I mean, this one is just adorable. This is my Take a Note A6. So I guess we'll figure it out as we go. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. And I will finish up this week maybe do it with a quick time lapse so you can see and it doesn't waste your time so much. And thank you. Please comment, like, subscribe, and yeah, I'm open to hearing what you think about your planners or my planners or how I'm planning or how you're planning. Right? So drop a note and I will see you next time. Bye.